If you act as if God is within you, your voice changes, your posture changes. You stop asking for permission to live with fire. And when you stop waiting, heaven stops waiting too. This is not a lesson. This is a summons. If you are hearing this now, it is because something in you is ready to rise. You have waited long enough. The silence you feel, the restlessness inside you, it is not confusion. It is a call. A divine order echoing from within, commanding you to stop living like you were forgotten. You were not made to shrink. You were not placed here to drift. You were sent, and the one who sent you does not apologize for power. The man who listens with reverence, who studies this again and again until it becomes his new law, he will not just change. He will become the living proof of purpose, sent with clarity, walking with power, and finishing what heaven began. Now listen, because the moment you believe this truth, you will no longer walk as a man. You will walk as one who was sent. You have walked long enough pretending to be less than what you were sent to become. You have bowed long enough to fear. You have hesitated long enough in the shadow of doubt. But now the voice of purpose calls to you. And if you will obey what is about to be spoken, not just hear it, but obey it, you will never again be the man you were before this hour. Because what I'm about to give you is not motivation. It is law, not advice, instruction. It is the truth of who you are beneath the story, beneath the excuses, beneath the hesitation that the world has taught you to wear. And here is that truth. You were not made small. You were not sent here to drift. You were not placed on this earth to survive. You were sent with power. You were sent with command. You were sent with God himself written into your spirit. And yet most men live like intruders in their own life. They apologize for wanting more. They hide their fire. They speak with hesitation, act with delay, and wait to be approved before they move. Not because they lack ability, but because they have forgotten who sent them. And the world prefers it that way. Because the man who walks as if God is within him, that man cannot be controlled. That is why this truth is not handed out in schools. It is not printed in the headlines. It is not celebrated in public. Because when a man begins to think as if heaven lives inside him, he becomes ungovernable by weakness. He no longer listens to the noise. He no longer waits for support. He no longer serves fear. He begins to walk differently, speak differently, build differently. And the moment that man appears,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Sir Oreo. I'm back. A lot of you missed me. It's been a long time since I've actually been live. I have dyed my hair. All right. I'm thinking I want to bring back my old hairstyle. I cut off the thing here, but Peace Dealer wasn't available. So I'm going to take over for him for the tarot report, and he will return for the pick a card reading. All right. For those of you who aren't aware, I am the Peace Dealer's half cousin. All right. I'm actually related to Ralph Smart. We're distantly related. Although I told him personally, if anyone should ever ask, that he should just deny we're related, just out of protection for him. But shout out to Ralph Smart, true legend in the game. Anyway, we are going to pull 3 tarot card spreads. I know a lot of you don't think I'm really Sir Oreo. You think I'm the Peace Dealer with the wig. I've heard a lot of that. I do take slight offense, but it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Even though we might have some of the same mannerisms or use some of the same words, I think it's because I'm black. I think maybe some of you think all black people really look alike or the same. And, you know, I'm a much better tarot reader than the Peace Dealer. The Peace Dealer doesn't really have it within him to really admit that. So I'm grateful that I can make my debut back again with this. And yeah, we're going to start off with the first reading. So the first reading It's really just going to be an overview of Leo season. We know Leo season is having you break through your talents, and the moon is currently in Capricorn. So you will see a very, very real integration of everything since a week and a half ago, really coming together. It's really glad to see some of you here. I know some of you are laughing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Bradley. A lot of people think Daylight is Bradley. I don't see the resemblance. I don't see the resemblance at all. Bradley is such a better rapper than Daylight. I think Bradley is one of the only rappers that's better than Daylight. If you haven't heard his album, his song Monster is a classic. Other than that, though, yes, we were going to do a track, but Bradley is as much of a troll as Daylight is. I can understand that some of you think this is a joke. I see some of you laughing in the chat, and I understand. I'll try not to be offended. You know what I'm saying? I know some of you are very suspicious of British accents. You Americans really show us little respect. Shout out to Skepta that had to show Joyner Lucas. You know, we have bars too. You think we all sound the same? You're really sounding lame. I could go off the top and do it with the dame. You don't even know I'm dashed like Dame. I do it because I rule the game. It is what it is, and it's not a shame. If you knew what I was doing, you would know the game. I said game twice because it's not a game. Role playing in one. I got my team. I recruit everyone. It's not what it seems. And you know that I spit my balls real mean. That's far from average, and I do it. You cannot understand the crewage. That's what I do, and you know I do it. I'm not as good as a rapper as Skepta, but you really need to put some respect on our name and our craft. All right, I feel like this whole accent thing. I feel like the accent never left, honey. The accent never left, honey. The Peace Dealer talks about you all the time. By the way, I don't know what y'all be talking about. But that being said, you know. It's my accent is a little different than the traditional British accent. I've spent too much time in America, so the accent is kind of rubbed off on me. But other than that, we're going to go straight into the reading. I forgive you if you think that I'm just the Peace Dealer in a wig. It's the most offensive thing I'll ever hear. The Peace Dealer is really trying to act like me. That's the really thing. The Peace Dealer is always wanted to be like me and take my swag. So for you guys to think that I'm the Peace Dealer feels a certain way, but we're going to go right into the reading here. The underlying theme we have for this first reading is the Four of Wands. This is Venus and Aries. Venus has just entered Cancer, and that's the Two of Cups. The Four of Wands is talking about rewards. It's talking about celebrations. It's talking about really having a stronger connection with your community, all right? Really doing things that make your residence like a sanctuary. So you will find this season, there's a lot to celebrate. You will also find that even though I'm telling you this news, it will still come across as serendipitous. So you want to really keep that in mind because, you know, I think maybe you've underestimated the good that is here and on its way. All right. So, you know, throw a house party. You know, do whatever you can to really embrace this moment because, trust me, the best is yet to come. The main lesson we have, to fold it up real quick, is the Six of Cups. This is a soulmate card. This is a card of innocence, purity, all right? I think what's also very important here is that when we really examine this card, it could represent someone from your early childhood, someone from your past. Right? Someone that you have nostalgia with. This could be a friend you just met and you both are watching Rugrats and the feeling of watching Rugrats reminds you of when you were a child. Oh my God, I can see myself in Tommy Pickles. No way. I was really more of an angelic. And now you have this nostalgic feeling. We don't really watch Rugrats back where I'm from, but we know that's a good contemporary American example for you guys over here. Now, the challenge that we have, all right, is the Six of Swords. Now, I can telepathically hear some of you saying, I wonder how the Peace Dealer can do this with a straight face. I need you to understand, this is not the Peace Dealer. This is Sir Oreo. go watch episode 1 and 2 of my Real Rap Recitals, because the Peace Dealer has promised to do episode 3, which ironically is going to be Gold Digger by Ye, and he's just left me hanging. But the Six of Swords as a challenge talks about bridging communication. It follows the 5, so it puts you in a position, you know what I'm saying, to really distance yourself from psychological issues. Ignore the fact how the you know what I'm saying could have slipped soundly the accent. I wanted it to sound like that. Now, the Six of Swords connects really well with the Six of Cups because it is connecting this emotional purity with a very intellectual problem-solving function. So this is, as a challenge, really great for you to realistically mend previous disagreements, miscommunication, okay? And it also puts you in a position to realistically also connect with people from a distance. The Peace Dealer's Capricorn moon does let him do that. I would know because I'm Sir Oreo, and I understand how the Peace Dealer expresses his moon sign. Okay, now what I'm getting so far is that maybe you may be connected with a soulmate who you are long distance from. Normally, the challenge here would represent a long distance relationship where you need social media, you might have your cell phone, any kind of communication device that can bridge the gap. Okay, so we are already looking at a card with 2 people moving in a union, and we are seeing the connection of 2 souls at a childlike level. Okay, that was not a Nigerian accent you almost heard. That was actually my British accent that sounded a little Nigerian. Okay, you can send any tip to $ the Peace Dealer or at the Peace Dealer. You can click the description box below if you would like a card for, you know, you can see the instructions, $10 minimum. As you can see, like I said already, the Peace Dealer is a really good tarot reader, but he's not really as good as me. Okay, I am a bit more experienced. He's got me on the astrology, but he's not seeing me when it comes to tarot. I'm gonna be completely honest. Now we do have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, all right, and the Queen of Pentacles could give us insight as not only a foundation, but maybe an insight into who this may be, because we can see that the inner child of this queen is meeting this fellow, this young whippersnapper right here. So we do have this on a very grounded foundation. All right, the Queen of Pentacles will buy a very expensive Louis Vuitton bag at discount, not because she can't afford it at full price, but because she's not stupid and she's not going to pay more than it's actually worth. She understands how to discern so much. Devin, thank you for joining us. The Peace Dealer has told me so much about you. This is actually not a wig. This is my real hair. The Peace Dealer was not really available to make it here. So I stood in his place, but he will come back 2 days from now for the pick a card reading. Now, we do have with the Queen of Pentacles, not only a very thrifty lady, but also, I had to hair flip really quick, but also, you know what I'm saying? You Americans always love to say, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just tried to say that too. Also, when you hear me speak in an English accent, do you think I can't speak in an English accent? Have you ever heard Idris Elba? Have you ever seen The Wire with Idris Elba? We know you guys can mimic our accent. Well, we can mimic yours too. It's not really that hard if you really think about it. But that being said, a foundation like this is not only grounded, but it's not going to really sustain this connection on fleeting vibes. There's a practical work being done here. And I think what's also interesting with the High Priestess in the past position is that there's a spiritual basis to this connection. Now, spiritual is an overused, nuanced term that really has just lost its meaning. So we're going to say a very powerfully intuitive connection with synchronicities that really share. I mean, my American accent is not the best. I mean, I could try and do a Philly John, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? You know, I can't even touch Baltimore. You know, they sound like us. What's good? What's good, son? Dead ass. Like, I'm not American. My American accent isn't really the best. But, you know, the High Priestess is definitely talking about so much powerful intuition. You've seen the signs with relevant people. I did say this is a soulmate card, but this could be platonic as well. This is really just nostalgia experienced with a friend. Now, my name is Sir Oreo. It is not Ma'am Oreo. I don't understand you Americans and making fun of our accent. All you have to say against us is you UK people just sound weird and you talk about our biscuits and triscuits. You're so unoriginal. You're so unoriginal. I don't understand. And now I'm being misgendered. It's Sir. It's Sir Oreo. That being said, CB, thank you for joining us. I know you meant no harm. Okay? I know you meant no harm. Shari, this is my real hair. This is my real hair. See? I'm pulling it. It doesn't, I'm not moving my head with my hand. I'm really pulling it. All right? So that being said, hair flip. A real man with hair flips. Okay? It does not matter. All right? Now, I identify as Sir. All right? But I do also dish the tea. The crown of this reading right here. And I know none of you will take this serious, but you know, I'm only here to give you the truth. We do have the Three of Cups. Now, this already surrounds the vibration of this reading in festive celebration. Okay, Devin, I'm very grateful that this is funny to you. Do you know why? This is why I don't really like showing up, because y'all just laugh at me like, oh, that's the peace dealer with a wig. It's cool though. It's cool though. I'm so glad I can give you the best medicine. All right. Now, the Three of Cups is talking about not only this connection, the main core of this reading is a pure connection that you are taking to the next step. You're going to bridge any long distance. And what this is doing is, with the crown of celebration, you're in a festive environment that promotes you during a Leo season where cool main characters are outside to, well, maybe go outside and maybe take advantages of going outside. But let me tell you, I am actually very social. I'm not a homebody like the peace dealer. The peace dealer thinks it's cool that all he does is stay inside and not go outside because he likes to be a hermit. That's what he tells himself. I love going outside. The ladies love me wherever I go. They love my hair. They're like, oh, what's your name? Sir Oreo, my darling. And then I kiss their hand. It's nothing for me to peruse and seduce the lovely ladies. So if you're a sexy man like me, or you're just sexy like me, you will really enjoy this festive environment. You're going to be in your environment, and you're going to be able to allow yourself to shine. He only goes to Albertsons and dispensaries. Okay, now, I mean, he hasn't smoked in a couple of days. I'll give him that. But, I mean, it really is what it is. I will say, however, okay, as we move forward here, what you're going to understand is that the nature of how well you can be in tune to what you are being told without being told, High Priestess, right, is going to illuminate you more into more intuitive natures of your connections with other people, the synchronicities that you have been seeing, okay? Elisha, I feel you. I'll hold out. Zazu, no, the peace dealer just couldn't make it last minute. So, you know, who would I be if I could not take it over? And I read tarot better than him anyway. And I'm saying that out of love. He says the same with astrology. He'll tell you that I'm better with astrology. But now we have the Nine of Wands. And I think what's very interesting here is when we look at the dynamic that we can see, it almost looks like this moon in Sagittarius is connected to this queen. The Nine of Wands is your determination. The Nine of Wands is your obligation. Do you feel what I mean? In order to, of course, realistically hold the ground, not give up. Nine of Wands speaks of not only the moon in Sagittarius that we have just had, but it puts you in a position to go through the most harsh of circumstances and make it through without being buckled. Your wealth of experience will show itself. And as you bridge the gap, you may find people's walls closing down as they see that your integrity is trusted enough to let through. Okay, so who are you showing up as in this reading? Yes, we have 2 more of these readings. If you're expecting the peace dealer to show up, I don't know what to tell you. He's just not here. Now, we do have the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is a Leo. It could be any fire sign, but it represents the passionate entrepreneurial state and nature of your own being. You're ready to take your goals by the balls and just completely grab them moving forward. And I think what's very important here is you're not waiting for anybody to tell you how to accomplish what you want to accomplish. You are taking a very royal approach towards this. Jessica, this is a general read, albeit the 6 of Cups did make me think this was romance due to the soulmate nature. We do have the 7 of Wands. So you are being seen as someone who does not back down. You stand your ground. You do not run away at the first sign of difficulty. What is it you Americans say? You're not a bitch. There we go. You're not a bitch ass. And this may have you be seen as confrontational, as hard to work with, because you do not allow yourself to be manipulated. Okay. And so would you look at that? What is the guidance? We have the star. Shine bright, you're a star. I also sing very good. The peace dealer is almost as good as me at singing. But the star is talking about, do you know every single one of your dreams can come true? You see, every single star represents a dream or aspiration that you have been hoping for since you were a teeny baby. And you can rest assured knowing that recognition is here for you. Some of you have decided you only operate on a recognition basis, because why would you deal with somebody who only treats you relative to the idea they have of you versus the recognition of who you are behind the mask and facade? Every negus is a star. And I think what is also very important, thank you, Jennifer, I won't back down. I think what's also very important is to see the nature of how this queen represents the star essence. We have the king and the queen. Okay, so this is a very interesting dynamic here, because I think what it ultimately shows us is that something very beautiful is activating and breaking through this Leo season. Once again, regardless of context, platonic, romantic, work relationship, this will involve a lot of good friendship. And it's very important that with the outcome here, you know that there will be a balancing of finances. This opens up philanthropy, and it tells you to be very careful of what you wish for, because you most certainly will get it. If you knew you would get your wish, would you still wish for it? Because this is what is happening. And with the 6 of Pentacles, it looks like philanthropy is going to be a major focus moving forward, suggesting more riches, financial flow. The Queen of Pentacles is very wealthy, and she sees the King of Wands' ambition, and she's willing to match what the king is missing as the king fulfills what the queen may be missing relative to the difference in elements, passion, and grounded wealth. All right, so that's really our first reading right here. As we can see, the core of this reading is the union between two soulmates in whatever context. Soulmate honestly has a romantic context all the time. New beginnings leading to, ooh, look at this lineup right here. King of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, you're a unicorn. All right, so I think this is really beautiful. This is between mature parties, a king and a queen, whose inner children connect innocently and purely. We don't have the devil card here, so this isn't getting freaky and having sex on the first night. Albeit if that's your thing, then, you know, do what you do. Christopher Brown, thank you so very much. You know, when you're actually the character, you don't really have to act. You know what I'm saying? Acting like the peace dealer would be tough, but thankfully, since I am really from Britain, not the United Kingdom, I'm actually from Britain, which is a part of the United Kingdom. Since I'm actually from Britain, unless it's the other way around, since I'm actually from Britain, this really puts me in a position to actually be who I am. Sir Oreo, righteous rider, I will let him know that. Yes, I remember when he answered that question. Okay. It's very beautiful. I'm actually from Manchester, but I stay in London. Yes, I'm from Manchester. Yes, I'm not a Manchester United fan, but I'm from Manchester, and I really moved to London as a child. But I really am from Manchester, although I've been in America for so long. All right, that was our first reading. I would like to remind some of you all that, well, we do have live readings available. If you click the description box below, you will be able to join the queue. Yes, London. You'll be able to join the queue. Minimum $10. Christopher, you'll be first on the list. Thank you. I'm going to change my hairstyle. I'm just going to dye my hair back the original color. I just wanted to experiment and try something different. But yes, that being said, we're going to go into the next reading. We're going to theme this one around romance. Okay. I was thinking of maybe tagging out with someone else who was here. Maybe the spirit of a ghost. But I don't know. I could bring my Nigerian friend here. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna end right here. I'm going to tag in a friend. He's from the motherland. He's not related to the peace dealer, but he's related to me. So, yeah. With that being said, his name is Chisom. He's from Nigeria. So, we'll be back. I will be back for the career reading. Romance just is funny to me, but I can be very romantic when necessary. Okay. So I will be right back. For now, here's a word from our sponsor. Okay.
Supernatural is an app where you can access exclusive content from the Peace Dealer. On the app features 2 seasons of the Midheaven podcast featuring Beyond the Veil. We also have Mystical Illuminations Television, which features membership exclusive content like the monthly tribe reports and the replays of the monthly peace reports we do every month. We also have exclusive series like World War Zero and Astrological Profiles. These series are examples of content that you can access on the app before they are eventually scheduled to YouTube and other social media platforms. For example, My Planets Through the Sign series will be scheduled to release once a week. However, as they are uploaded on the app, you will have full access to the entire series weeks before any of them appear on any other platform. We also offer easily accessible and interactive courses like my Astro 101 to Astro 105 series that give you a thorough introduction to astrology. We will also be periodically adding courses, and as those courses are available, members will be able to access them. We also have an amazing community that you are most welcome to join and chat with other like minds. It is not necessary to subscribe in order to use this app, as there is also a free default access plan that will give you access to most of the series in the app that are free and publicly available. In order to join, go to the website supernatural.passion.io. You can alternatively download from the App Store passion.io. Once the app is downloaded and it asks to find an app, simply type in Supernatural. Once the app itself is approved by Google and Apple, you will only need to type in Supernatural in the App Store and it will pop up. But until then, those are two alternative methods you can use to join us. So with all that being said, I look forward to you joining us on the other side as you become supernatural.
And thank you guys for having me. I know Sir Oreo told you that my name is Chisam, but it's actually Michael. I have the same name as the Peace Dealer. You can call me Ifeanyi, but yes, I think the audio is very low. Matt, thank you for the PayPal. But yes, I will be very brief, and then I will bring back Sir Oreo. I don't know why he calls himself that now. Anyway, Chamaka, I've heard of you. Anyway, actually, I hope I didn't. I think I said the wrong Igbo name. Anyway, we are going to do a romance reading. I know you want to fall in love. Some of you be, how do you Americans say? Some of you be fronting. It's okay to be in love now when we do love readings. No, Peace Dealer, I want to do career. No, you want to be in love. It's okay. Some of you are so jaded from your past dating experiences. It's cool, though. Anyway, we're going to go in right now. Hey, I know Sir Oreo was talking his stuff. Yes, I have a goosey soup in my freezer in the Peace Dealer's freezer right now. Okay, that was not a Freudian slip. He said what is his is mine. So that is my fridge too. Anyway, this is very important because I need you to pay attention. I'm just as good as the other two. In fact, I wasn't even supposed to be here. Sir Oreo wanted a little break. So it is what it is. I will not lie, if I like you, we are getting married now. I don't do this dating thing. What is this dating thing you do? Show me your parents now. What is your carry price? What is your dowry price? Let us get married. Why are we wasting time? What is this? If I fall in love with you, just because I have somebody tell me we cannot get married because she just met me. What is this? What do you mean I just met you? I know. Let us get married now. I want to give you a baby. Anyway, the underlying theme that we have for this romance reading is the 10 of Wands. Now, the 10 of Wands could make you feel like you have a lot on your plate. You ever have just too much fufu on your plate? Too much jollof rice. And what's very important is sometimes you need to take that rice and you need to delegate it. You don't eat a whole pie of pizza to yourself. Share these slices. You have too much. You're putting too much of a burden on you. You're listening to other people's relationship drama. You need to focus on you and your love. Some of you are letting other people do all the work. Listen to me. If somebody likes you, they will put effort into their connection with you. Why would you do 90% and then they breadcrumb you with 10%? That makes no sense now. So you have to be very, very cautious. This is a shared responsibility. And some of you are entering serious partnerships. So be very mindful that both of you are holding your weight. Now, if you're single like a Pringle, why this is important is because you want to make sure that the work you are doing is not blocking you from opening up your heart. Love should not feel like a full-time job, like being married will feel. But love should not feel like a full-time job. Being married is a full-time job, but love should not feel like a full-time. It should feel enjoyable. So what is the main lesson that we have for this reading? We have the King of Wands. This is Leo. Have you ever seen a Leo in love? Have you ever seen a Leo go for who they want to be with? Is a Leo a cowardly lion like, hey, can I get your number? Can I get your number? Huh? Can I? Huh? No, this is how Leo pulls up. You know, you was looking so fine. Yeah, looking so fine today. Oh, you know, I was just minding my business and then I seen beauty shine upon my face and I seen your radiance and every Leo is like this. So I seen your countenance and I had to stop everything I am doing right now just so I can talk to you. You're so beautiful, Lo. Let me take you out now. What are you doing this Friday? That is the King of Wands. He has already planned the date. And he knows that she wouldn't want to be with anyone else but His Royal Highness. That is the energy you need to bring to romance. Okay? That is the energy you need to bring to your love life. Whether you are single, like a Pringle, whether you are with somebody, or whether you are looking in the mirror, you better love yourself with the same ferocity. Now, the challenge that we have is the High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. It is talking to you. Hey, that person has feelings for you. Listen. Hey, there's something here. Are you listening to the signs? Are you playing the synchronicity game with the universe? Oh, I seen a sign. What is that sign telling you? What is that sign telling you? You are going to come to a much deeper realization that nothing is random. Nothing is random at all. We have the Nine of Pentacles, so rich, so fine, so rich. Did I mention so rich? And why this is important is the other reading we had. Oh my God, I sounded like I was from Wakanda right there. The reading that we had earlier had the Queen of Pentacles under, and now we have another very wealthy woman that is here in the foundation of this reading. And if it sounds like I have multiple accents, it's not me. It's your audio. It's your audio system. It's not that I'm using words I'm not used to using with this accent, and so I'm having to make up with it. It's just the way your audio is hearing me. So we have this foundation of independent wealth, and then we have the Page of Wands. You have this excitement from the past, okay? And when we look at this excitement, we see you're coming at romance in a very grounded place. Even if you have $1 in the bank, you know you make your own wealth, okay? And why this is important is you're moving forward very excitedly. And so when we look at the crown, we see the devil card. This is the card of sexy time. Okay, now we did see, of course, that we had the Six of Cups before with the prior reading. The devil card is saying, do not let your temptations get in the way of genuine romance, because there will be a very flirty sexual energy and power. Power. One more time for dramatic effect. Power. Okay? And why that is important, it is okay to delve into the intricacies of your own sexual nature. But once it becomes an addiction, then it will become the chains that hold you instead of something to liberate yourself from. Either way, it's going to get very sexual. So use protection if you do that kind of thing. I only believe in going wrong. I only believe in sun rays and sun gazing with sun rays. And so look at the Four of Wands. This was the underlying theme of the reading before. So the next step that we have is celebration. This is the card of two lovers moving in together. Have you ever moved in together? This is why there is a shared responsibility. Who is doing more of the work? Is this a shared responsibility, or is someone doing more of the work? Tap your neighbor to the side and said, I will not do too much of the work. Chris, you ask a really good question though. Nigerians, we feel like we're the greatest Africans to ever exist. We feel like every other African is not even on our level. We feel like we're the most spiritual. We feel like we're the most stylistic. It's this obnoxious pride that we have that makes us feel untouchable and better than every other African. And it's because it's true. Oh, we are the #1 African country. Hey, Ghana, you're in second place. It's cool, though. It's cool. Don't tell the other countries I said that, but they already know. They know our reputation. Anyway, the Four of Wands does suggest that probably you will be moving in with somebody. You're going to develop a very exciting connection, if not with your community, with someone very important to you. All right, and it's very important that a lot of you know I can do a Nigerian British accent if I wanted to as well. Okay, but you know, I'm just giving it to you raw. No comment. Now we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is talking about new love. This is a romance reading, and we have new love. You cannot make this up. So you are spiritually awakening new feelings. You are taking a new approach towards your love life. Okay? And I think why this is important is some of you need these new feelings. Some of you need a fresh new perspective when it comes to giving someone your heart. The challenge of the High Priestess is to trust your intuition, because it could be very difficult to feel. You're picking up insights that you don't see physical evidence of, but you see with not these eyes, but with this eye. Not these eyes, but with this eye. Your challenge is to look through this eye. When people are wanting to engage this eye, look through this eye. Okay? Some of you are connecting with someone who's very grounded and material, but they could be too materialistic. And this is not bad until it's a bad thing. So just be very mindful. All right? Now, why this is important is we have the King of Cups. So what are the odds that we are going to have the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups? In the reading before, we had the King of Wands and the Seven of Wands. This is a mature, emotionally mature counselor. You are seen as someone who people can be comfortable around. You have great maturity in your feelings. Now, the guidance that we have is the Hermit. And with the Hermit, you must rest upon your own wisdom. You have come into so many different opinions. You've come into so many different worldviews. Everyone has an idea about everything. Shout out to Young Flo. Hey, the Peace Dealer, show me your music, bro. You are fire. You're nice. You're nice. I've heard you, bro. You nice. Okay. Other than that, the Hermit card is talking also about you perhaps, being in a position where you are very low key with your partner. You're not really doing the most when it comes to, if you understand, when it comes to like putting your relationships out there, when it comes to being put in a position to also facilitate, once again, taking in other people's opinions. You're not here to do what other people are doing just because other people are doing it, And I think a lot of how this really works. Oh, okay. I think a lot of how this really works puts you in a position to, once again, take all the opinions, take all the mindsets you hear from other people, and to just go forward with your own. You're going to get a lot of advice of what to do in love with other people, but you want to take your own advice. Only you know the way to integrate this moving forward. Bapping is good for you. The outcome we have is the Three of Cups. So love is looking festive. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. So you're moving forward, moving in with somebody, and you're going to celebrate. Even if you don't move in with someone, you're going to develop your connection so much more there. I've been chilling with Sir Oreo in London, so some of the accent has picked up, but Three of Cups is definitely talking about so much of how much you're going to enjoy love and romance moving forward. We're going from the Ace of Cups. The love that you are activating this season is going to end off with you celebrating it with people who love you for you, especially as we move forward with the Venus in Cancer, the Two of Cups that is putting nurturing into how personal you can connect with other people. So this is good. This is good. Trust your intuition. Don't try and do everything by yourself. Okay? Don't try and do everything by yourself. Tap your neighbor to the side and say, I don't have to do everything. I don't have to do everything. Okay? I don't have to do everything. Anyway, we are going to do one more reading. We are going to take one more intermission. And as we do the intermission, I will bring back I will bring back the Sir of Oreo, and he will do the career reading for you. This is probably the first and only time I will ever do a read. I'm usually backstage. I don't usually do the front stage thing, but I wanted to show you I can read tarot too. A lot of people don't know I'm a tarot wizard myself, So I think it's cool. It's cool, It's cool. Anyway, before he comes back, I would like to give another intermission. and follow this man on Instagram and other socials. Okay.
Yeah. Just said a prayer for all of my enemies. Cause see the value in things that give them security is all in jeopardy. I took on training in yin yang. I just been balancing energy. I know that you gon' remember me. All that I taught you is stored in your memory. Watching the matrix break. My mind used to be a prison. I done made a great escape. I found relief and release and peace, and that been my saving grace. Now I've been playing for keeps. They keep trying to change the pace. It's only one me, it's only one you. Nobody could take your place. Watching social media become the norm in the media. Got you moving like a clown now, you a local comedian. Hardly doing what you like, you only one likes, you hoping they seeing it. Lying in hopes they believe in it, all in your stories, you know that it's corny, but you get the validation from attention. You got options, DM popping, but when it come to real, I'm who you mention. When another plan, they went offensive, they don't understand, so they defensive. I think they need to go open their chakras, I think they need to go focus their senses, hoping you meant it, cause you'll never get that me again. I'm just the type of force that you won't see again. Think you be better off, go ahead, be it then. I gave you blind faith, wasn't seeing it. I was in flow state, you ain't see them in. Know your role fake and you don't want to see me when I gave the truth to you when you seen it. And shouldn't be news to you, this ain't seeing it. Man in the mirror is who I'm competing with. Succeeding and focus on self now, Leo, so you know I'm coming with fire. Just watching haters have a meltdown, come to the fame, they let it be sire. So they soul is on sale now, is Flo retired or is he just quiet? They can hardly even tell now.
You are watching a master.
Heard you looking for me, you needed some more inspiration, but I'm busy working on this mastery, a different class and league. I got the information to deliver something that I'm never done with. No oppressors hunting for my liberation, no consideration for the way I made it through the matrix. I ain't do no.
One more time for Young Flo. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. One time for Chisholm too. I know he's told you his name was Michael. He just said his name is Chisholm. One more time for Chisholm. That was a good reading. That was a good reading. Why FLF? Why? I mean, Young Flo, like, yo, please plug your music platforms. We need to hear more of the crack, that crack-ish, that addicted stuff. I'ma have to spit a flow myself. Triscuits and biscuits, I'm the best at cricket. Nobody can mess with me when I'm on my tisket. You don't understand what I had to go through. Nights in the school board, reading 4-2. I had people cheating off of me in my tests, and they the reason that they scored the best. I said they, but it was me. If you can see, I am not the peace dealer, I'm me. So Oreo. You can't dip me in some milk, though. You can put me on a sandwich, bro. You've never had a sandwich with an Oreo in it. You missing out. It's so Oreo without a doubt. Yes, I got bars too. I got bars too. My new mixtape will come out soon. London Boy. And the first single is actually Cheerio. Yes. But that being said, y'all really need to put some respect on UK rappers' names. Most of the people who talk smack can't name you 5 rappers, which lets you know they don't know what they're talking about. But you'd be surprised. They all spit bars. All right. So we're going to go into the career reading. The career reading is going to, you know what I'm saying? I like when my hair looks unkempt like this. Hair flip. That being said, the underlying theme for this so we have, of course, we have Dave. We have, oh, I just had it off the top. Nems. We have Dave. We have Nems. We have Central C. Okay. We have, of course, I forgot. He was in a group. He had a song with somebody. I just forgot his name. I didn't want to say Skepta, but yes, we also have, of course, we could say Skepta for 4, but I would also like to add, of course, Youngblood. Okay. I'm gonna leave the 5th one a mystery. If you know the 5th one, you know exactly who I'm talking about. He's there. We have Lady Lashur. Okay. We also have that's 5. That's 5. I gave you 5. But there's so much more old school UK rap. I gave you contemporary UK rappers. If you go back to the old school UK rappers, there's so many more legends. All right. And you know, anything outside of the country is 21 Savage is from the UK, but he grew up in Atlanta. So he's a hybrid. He's a hybrid. Now, the underlying theme of this career reading, I know some of you want to get money. Pentacle card. Ooh, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you are getting ready to fall in love. Stormzy. I almost thought I said Stormzy. I forgot to say Stormzy. The Ace of Cups is, thank you, Amy, I got you. The Ace of Cups is talking about developing new feelings toward what you love to do. This could also represent a new career. But some of you are going to fall in love. Some of you are going to fall in love with, of course, yourself again. Joiner, but also the work you do. Some of you have not loved what you've done forever. I'm not gonna lie. Joiner did spit very hard. Oh my God. I got this freezing right now. I don't know if you can still see me, but my StreamYard is not responding. Oh, there we go. Joiner, of course, spit very hard. Pause. But I think Skepta, I don't want to be biased here, but I think Skepta really did eat him. Pause. I really think Skepta did edge him at, oh my God. I think Skepta was the better rapper of the clash. Okay. I feel like perhaps Joyner did better against Tory Lanez. He didn't really take it serious against Skepta because I guess of the UK bias. So regardless, I feel like people in the United States expect punchlines. So they didn't really think that Skepta really said anything flashy. But Skepta is talking to him. This is a legitimate clash here. Regardless, some of you are going to fall in love with what you do like you have never fallen in love before. And as an underlying theme, look towards new avenues that guide your heart, guide your passion towards new liquidity. I'm also hearing new liquidity. Is a cha-ching, money, bing, bing, bing. That's what I hear. Now, we do see the Page of Wands. So you're going to receive very exciting news as it regards your career path. Don't you love exciting news? We sometimes work and we're stressed to go to work. Like, oh, I have to get up in the morning. But this is going to make you feel like, yes, I get to work my job. Or I get to work something meaningful to me. It'd be really amazing if we got the 8 of Pentacles. Now we have the King of Wands, another recurring card here, probably because of the way I shuffled. But that being said, the King of Wands is as follows. The King of Wands does not have a boss. Okay? The King of Wands plays hard and works harder. Actually, they work hard and they play harder. But they play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, black and yellow, just pretend they're the same song. Now, what this is saying here, okay, is that you have the passion, but the challenge is you must mature your passions. It's good that you want to be the best musician ever. You want to wake up in the morning and make music, but the King of Wands takes this passion seriously. The King of Wands is going to put in the work to make this passion sustained. So the challenge over this Leo season is to take something you love to do and turn it from a hobby to a sustained passion. You can literally see the King of Wands guiding the page on how to work their stick. I mean their passions. How to really direct what it is they're passionate about doing. You can literally see the king coaching the page. As a challenge, find a mentor. Find a mentor who is sustained in what you love to do and show them you're passionate and follow and see what they do. I heard something earlier today, something about a copycat, a cat copycatting a lion. I said that entirely wrong. The foundation of this reading is the unicorn. Now, here's the thing. Some of you have been lied to. I really want you to think we are elevating, isn't it? Yes. Something you want to really keep in mind. You have been told. I want you to comment unicorn if this applies to you. You have been told that something you love to do is not sustainable. It's not realistic. It's not something that can match in the real world, but it's something that if you could be doing for no pay, you would be doing right now. Okay? And yes, beautiful card. You have been told that something that you have been paving the road for. Okay, because this is not the pentacle card that engineers established paths. This is a blazing fire path that you can only carve yourself. I want you to ask yourself a question. Those of you who commented unicorn, those of you who have told you that what you love to do, what you know expresses your unique self, your most unique self through what you do, has that person ever accomplished what you want to accomplish? Simple question. Has that person has a wealth of experience. That person knows what they have seen people try to follow their dreams and fail. But answer one question. Have they achieved what you want to accomplish? And if you say no, ask yourself as a grown adult, why are you listening to them? Because they do not know that you are the very first and only one who will accomplish what you accomplish. And no one else can do it like you. You're not even from here. You're from another dimension and plane. And this is very important because when you base as a foundation something so important on a fantasy, the unicorn to many people is a fantasy, but for you, it's who you really are. In business, we refer to a unicorn as something that just sells beyond our wildest expectations. You are not a cash cow. You are a star. You are a unicorn. Do not let people lowball you and demand everything you're worth. Now, this deck was gifted to the Peace Dealer by the great goddess Force Fairy Tarot, the really badly drawn tarot deck. It features this bonus card that only appears in this deck, the unicorn. Okay? I really love this reading so far because you're going to tap into hardcore unicorn energy. Pretend that's a thing for now. And the moon going into Aquarius is getting ready to break through this breakthrough of passion. The sun opposite Pluto, 6 months since January, and then the moon opposite the sun, 2 weeks since the new moon in Leo. And so we have this very passionate and emotional reading. And I think this is very interesting to get for a career reading. Career demands discipline. It demands consistency. Even if you don't feel like it, you have to buckle down and do it. And yet this reading is asking you, are you bleeding with passion for what you do? Do you know why I am willing to show myself like this? Do you know why I'm willing to put myself out here like this in front of mere 100 people? It's because I genuinely love doing this. I genuinely enjoy pulling these reflections with you. I mean, the Peace Dealer does, but I do it in spirit with him. And he and I genuinely enjoy coming on here to do this. Do you think I gain any money from doing this? Do you think I gain any real money doing this? Do you think I do this because I want you to pay? I do this because, just like the Peace Dealer, we have built such an amazing community, and it is genuinely fun to perform cartomancy with you all. Okay? I know that what we're building is worth more than any fiat currency. And so you must tap into the God within, the unicorn. What makes you unique from other people? This is especially important because the King of Wands is teaching the Page of Wands to define their passion. This is like a senior executive talking to a new artist who is surrounded by so many different sounds. And instead of trying to sound like the next person to make a quick buck, you are cultivating a unique sound that no one can copy. The past position we have here is the 9 of Cups. So you're moving forward from satisfaction. You're excited because your wishes are coming true. You're excited because not only are your wishes coming true, and if they're not coming true, decide here and now. This past position means that you made the decision in the past that what you desire, you have. And now you are excited to actually see them through. And this is the difference between you. There's a reason I engage in activity like this. In order to enter the kingdom of heaven, your heart must be like a little child, which little children can be nasty as well and brutally honest. However, I know there are a lot of people who will see me here and say, I can't take this man serious. He has a wig on. I want to get some serious tarot interpretation. What is this farce? And I do this to weed them away. Because if you have the conscientiousness to sit through an entire reading with what seems like the Peace Dealer's multiple Gemini personalities, but are actually two very different people from the Peace Dealer, you have the resilience and adaptation to have fun. You can have fun. Not everything has to be serious with you. You don't take yourself so serious that you're unnecessarily cringing for me. I'm really just doing a tarot reading. But some people are so serious. They can't just have fun. It doesn't mean that it has to be fun to you. But props for every single one of you that have made it to this far into the reading. I promise you get a bonus card. Okay. So the crown that we have here is the 3 of Pentacles. And I love this reading right now. This is beautiful. The 3 of Pentacles is a career card. It's a card of teamwork. One person writes the song, the other person makes the beat, the other person shoots the video, the other person engineers the song. And as we see, this is teamwork between a mentor and a mentee. This is your future self that has achieved everything. And this is you right now. And you are working together to make the dream work. And you are incorporating your uniqueness, or the concept of it, in order to break through all the criticism. Because as much as people want to hate, they can never back it up. As much as people want to call you names, they will never put it on their life. They won't put it on God. They won't put it on their children, because they're cowards. What does the peace dealer say? They're weak little bitches. That's why they will talk, but they won't put it on. So they won't put money on it. They just want to discourage you. But they don't know you have the heart of a lion. And a king or queen does not suffer the opinion of sheep who need other authority figures and who need other celebrities to tell them what's popular. Oh, we listen to this music now. We wear this dress now. Oh, this is what's trending. This is what we do. You're a unicorn. You set the trend. A unicorn sets the trend of what records are released. I need you to think like a unicorn. I need you to think as if everything you drop is life-defining. It is the precedent with which others will move forward through. Otherwise, you will be yet another creative chasing the trend, chasing a sound. Do not chase and then develop your style. Develop your style. Stop chasing likes. Stop chasing likes and hold space for quality and not quantity. Bars. It did look like that. It did look like that. The next step that we have here is the Page of Cups. I love this. This is very beautiful. This is very beautiful. Some of you are going to realistically fall in love again. Some of you have forgot what it's like to love what you do. Some of you have been doing what you've been doing so long. It's routine. I don't want to go viral. Viral moments will come and go. True beings like Fatima will be here in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, whether they go viral or not. And I love this Page of Cups coming in with the Ace of Cups for congruence here, because it just reinforces that something new in you is budding. Jupiter in Cancer. Something new in you is budding. And the next step, walking forward with this sense of your desires, your satisfaction, your passion. The next thing that's going to happen is that you are going to recapture the innocence, recapture the joy, recapture everything that made you fall in love with what you have done in the first place. Beautiful. You are showing up as the Eight of Swords. Beloved, why do you feel stuck? Why do you feel like you have to prove yourself to anyone? You will only feel stuck if you feel like there's something to prove. I told you I'm way better than the peace dealer. Hold on, let me talk my shit. The peace dealer is nice, but you ain't ever had a career meeting like this. Let's just be okay. Let me be humble. Why do you feel stuck? Remove the blindfolds. You are overthinking. I highly recommend watching The Tarot Priest and Magi Got the Tea, because I'm getting influenced by both of them right now. Okay, what you do not have to feel. You do not have to overthink things. I'm channeling the Tarot Priest right now. How can you overthink love? How, when you do what you love, do you overthink it? So if you're overthinking, you're not doing what you love, boss. I'm gonna need some water. I'm gonna need some tea. I'm gonna drink some water though. The next card we have here is the Page of Pentacles. You are rebuilding from the ground up. And if you focus more on going back to the basics, because some of you are afraid to start from scratch again. If my channel and 50,000 subscribers gets canceled overnight, I know I have a wonderful opportunity to rebrand and try again and take that 10 years worth of experience and do even better. Some of you are afraid to go back to the basics, to reinitiate the fundamentals that got you here. Okay? And why this is very important is once you change the way you think, the blindfolds are going to remove. You feel stuck because you feel like you need to prove yourself. You feel like it has to look a certain way when you just need to be creating. You need to be in your heart and having fun. I tell the peace dealer this all the time. He likes to overthink everything with his Gemini mind. And really, he just needs to immerse himself. Then maybe he'll be as good as a tarot reader as I am. If you wonder why I'm making jokes, the peace dealer has not done episode 3 of Real Rap Recitals. I have fans who've been waiting for this for years. So look forward from an episode from me because I'm going to make him put out the next episode. Now, we do have the Queen of Wands. I like the congruence here because what's interesting is that the Page of Cups or the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands together is a soulmate connection. Have you met your soulmate? And why this is very important is maybe this soulmate could be this career, but the Queen of Wands is the natural match to the King of Wands, somebody who matches your passion. However, because this is a career reading, the Queen of Wands also represents success in business. All right? This success in business you are going through is putting yourself in a position to show up more boldly. You're not expressing yourself just humbly. You know what you have is fire. Ladies, you know what you have is fire. And so you must walk like it. And when I mean this, I mean the grit. I mean the determination. I'm pointing at my feet. I mean the willingness to move forward. And the outcome we have, of course, is the Tower. As we prepare for things, of course, to move forward. Meaningful work on the way. So the Tower card is basically letting you know that shit will hit the fan, but in the best way possible. In a way that brings instant enlightenment. And in a way that prepares you for the next stage of creativity in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much once again for joining us for this live exclusive tarot reading session. Like I promised, tomorrow we will have the peace dealer and a special guest. He's going to bring a special Sagittarius woman who has a special message for you and some cards to pull as well. Like I mentioned before, if any of you would like a card, click the description box below and I will hook you up. But for those of you who have made it this far, I do have a bonus card for you. Unfortunately, people are not understanding that the rest of this decade is stepping us into an entirely new world. Some people think they're cool because they can't adapt. And because your traditions make you who you are. Some people put too much credit on the old world. This is how we used to do it back in the day. None of the things that worked for you in the old world are going to work in this new world with currency that will soon be digitized everywhere. If you are not at least weird, if you're not a weirdo, you're not going to thrive in this age. And I'm not talking about weirdo the way they speak about it in California that will get you killed. I mean, if you're not supernatural, if you're not brilliant, if you're not different, if you're not eccentric, if you're not a unicorn, you will not make it in this new world. If you're too cool to be weird, you're going to fall behind. So for all my weirdos there who embrace their weirdness, congratulations, you have already made it. You are ahead of your time. So the bonus card that we have for you, invariably, of course, this is Sir Oreo. This is Sir Oreo. Now, this is my name. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Sun, baby. So some of you have recently walked away from emotional investments. Some of you have had your lock-in moment. Okay. Some of you have decided that you're not going to invest emotions in things, people, and places that do not respect or meet you at the level you're at. You know that respect is earned, not given. And the Eight of Cups represents the time you have taken relative to a relative area. Some of you have moved, but this could represent emotional departure. You've walked away from a relationship. You've walked away from a career. You've walked away from a friendship. You walked away from a certain way of feeling. I can vividly feel it. Like some of you feel like you're no longer entertaining. What was that? Bullshit and fuckery from other people. And with the Seven of Pentacles, at present, it is having you reimagine all the things that I've invested in. Is it still worth it? All this work that I have put in, should I just wrap it up? Or should I still invest? I was told this security would go to the moon, or I could just stack it a little bit. Is it still worth investing in? Is the job I'm working still worth investing in? Is the relationship still worth the time I am investing in? If this resonates with you, then I have good news. Because the next step after these two cards of walking away from what no longer serves you and resituating your boundaries and reinvesting what you are willing to build leads with going to the sun. We're not going to the moon. We're going to the sun. The sun is talking about pure happiness and success. You were not patient for no reason. Oh my God. You were not patient for no reason. You did what you did because it is time for you to shine in the light. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. For those of you who are OG watchers of the Peace Dealer, I'm going to play something that I think you're familiar with, if you know what I mean. Realistically, if some of you could not watch, of course, we have the OG himself, the Leo King in the building. Let's get it. You'll be aware that I do, when I pull a card such as this, a little dance. Oh my God. You have to run that back. Do you like abundance? Do you like leveling up? Do you like your whole life turning in the situation you're ready to take it? Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, right in front of you, okay? The absolute you are mad patient. The absolute, oh my God, that's what's up. The absolute This is, of course, literally winning the lottery. I have to once again say what you have walked away from. This is the bonus card. What you have walked away from, what you're being patient about, is leading you, coming into this breakthrough of Leo season, into happiness. Because Jupiter in Cancer is actively leveling you up. And the reason why this is important is that your entire fortune can change just like that. I think that's beautiful as a bonus. I think that's very beautiful as a bonus. And with that being said, we will close out with the live readings. Okay? Whoo! Yes. Huge props once again to the Leo King. I think it's very understated his role in this game right here. You have, especially seeing, this divide between certain astrologers at conferences who try and act like we can't all be astrologers under one umbrella. But I think it's understated what success the Leo King has gained. And happy Leo season, brother. Doing what he's done. Very high quality. Back when he was David Palmer, doing an astrology reading every fucking day. 6th house Capricorn teens. And I think relative to where astrology is going and the ability to kind of change the way it looks and incorporate the technology and the production element, I think we are going to look in the future back in time of him as a pioneer and an innovator of this craft. And so we want to give you your flowers now instead of later before it's too late. All right. Much respect. Jesse, we see you as well. Each and every single one of you, Young Flo, out here practicing this craft in a world that still thinks it's pseudoscience. We see you. So with that being said, we are going to do the live readings. I think I have, we have 2 people in the queue. Christopher Brown, or Fatima, we see you as well. Christopher Brown. Okay. I know you gave me money for a new wig. All right. This is my glorious hair. We have the Fool card. The Fool card is saying to quite literally leap forward into a brand new path. Put yourself in a position to realistically take a leap of faith. Don't think about it, especially when it comes to a new income stream. So you don't have to worry about how to get this off the ground. Just take that leap of faith. Just take that leap of faith. All right. Straight into the new money that is coming from you. It may be an opportunity coming through you, but you're the one that is actually creating it. Okay. So with that being said, all right. Next we have, of course, and thank you for your patience, Matthew. All right. Matthew, the tarot card that we have for you. Remember, tune in 2 days where the Peace Dealer will return and do the pick a card reading. We do have, of course, with the Knight of Swords, you are getting ready to, of course, take a leap your own self, but this does not require Knight of Pentacles Virgoan analysis. Sometimes we need to make a rush to the right conclusions, especially as we can see here, the Star. So the main card we have for you is the Star. Your dreams are coming true. And okay, yes, we do have the King of Swords. So this card is so very important. Before I started doing this, I got this card by a reader, and it was a YouTube reading, and they said, this is a card to let you know whatever you think is a hobby is something you can do full time, no matter how impossible you think it is. And this is where the Knight of Swords is. You don't want to feel like you have to have everything figured out. Make an educated guess leap to the right conclusion and go towards that direction. You're always in a position to adjust, but you have a very smart head on your shoulders. So whereas everyone is still hesitating, put yourself in a position to leap forward while everyone else is still wondering. All right. Sure, why not? So what do we have for the Leo King? Underline, first of all, I can only imagine what it's like to be a 0-degree Leo. If all you 0, 1, or 2-degree Leos, what is that Pluto opposition like? Because no one is feeling this pressure like you guys are feeling this pressure. This is 248 years in the making, so I can only imagine this is ridiculous. Now, we do have the Two of Cups. Underlying theme, of course, Venus in Cancer. So the underlying theme here is deepening and developing mutual love, not just romantically, but of course, this will pertain to a marriage, the romantic relationship, but also the relationship with carrying that love from your relationship with your kids, with everyone around you, and being able to come from a more nurturing place, having this mutual trust and love, and not taking anyone serious who does not have the basic respect to approach you as such. And we have this with the Five of Pentacles. Now, I think why this is beautiful. Oh my God, I'm going to pull two more bonus cards. First of all, this is very beautiful because this talks about a love that through thick or thin sticks together. All right. This is actually an ancient lover's card. Now, if we put this with these two bonus cards, what do we see? We see the Strength and the Page of Cups, which gives me this sense of Leo of renewal. All right. So I think that's very interesting, especially seeing the figures of these two people here, but then being able to regain that strength once again, especially a new child. Right. But, you know, just rejuvenating this feeling of alienation, being with the one you love through it all. I think that's a very interesting message that there may be more there, but this is a really good way to see for now. Now, Shelly Bombshell, thank you very much, of course, for your super sticker. The underlying theme that we have is the Six of Swords, and the main card that we have for you is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is encouraging you to, like the Knight of Swords, of course, and Jesse, I do have a link below where you can pay with PayPal or with anything else. But of course, with the Knight of Wands, this is like a road trip. It's moving around, right? It's being in a position to gain a creative burst of passion. And that's where with the Six of Swords, you're going to be bridging miscommunication. This is Mercury in Aquarius. You're going to be in a position where you are taking previous disagreements and people are starting to see your side. People are starting to, you're problem solving, and you're using this problem solving intellect to go on a road trip, to move, to go on a short distance trip, to use this passion to move around. The Knights deal with travel. And this could also represent someone from overseas coming to see you, or you traveling overseas, even if just passionately. All right. And I do want to pull another bonus card for you. And we have the Six of Swords again. So I think that's very interesting, especially with, you know, the notion of the Hierophant. All right. So with the Knight of Wands, I can see you, especially if you've had a creative block, coming back into so much more passion, especially if through somebody else as well. Next, we have Amy. All right. So Amy, the underlying theme that we have with you and for you is the Five of Swords, which is literally a stark contrast from the Six of Swords we had before. Amy, you are dealing with people who don't want to understand you. They want to be right. And it doesn't have to mean that you're beefing with other people around you, but it is something to be said how you're not willing to back down because you're not going to compromise to lies. But there is this miscommunication. There is this scattered energy So the two cards we have for you, ironically, are the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords. Now, we do also have the Magician here. So what I'm seeing with this, right, is that this is usually a lurker. This is a spy. This is someone from an agent pocket watching. And this is you seductively in your passion. One person is appealing to the heart. The other person is being gossipy. All right. So with the Five of Swords here, this could represent interference that you're picking up. Maybe you're working on something that you're very passionate about, but you hear doubt from other people telepathically or in your face. You know how someone can talk very slick to you and say things, but you know they're not sincere with it. Please let me know if this is accurate, because this looks like it's speaking to a specific situation. But regardless, as the Knight of Cups, you're very intelligent. So you don't give in to these mind games. And I see you breaking through these mind games with the Magician, putting yourself in a position to not only step into more festivity, but to transform your situation. That being said, I see it like this. Your ingenuity and your resourcefulness helps you break through what I think is a form of interference, is a form of getting in the way of what you're doing. And no, let me actually go back to your question, because I can also answer it like this there. But I wanted to just speak on so far what this really brings or means. Oh, wow. If you don't mind repeating it, though. Yeah. Yeah, please, I think we got so much comments before. Please repeat the question. But for now, this is not related to your question. I want you to look at this as perhaps something specific, and then we'll apply it to the question as well. Jesse, thank you very much. This to me, this is the underlying theme, and this looks like miscommunication between two parties. Even if you're neither of these parties, this could be a dynamic that's getting in the way of you communicating with others because of specific conflict, once again, between you two. Let's see. Yeah. So can you please repeat the question just in case? I want to make sure. Oh, there we go. Looking for a message about the last 2 months before my planetary task in Switzerland. The last 2 months. Well, that's very interesting. Well, personally, I do want to maintain, especially coming out of a Mercury retrograde with the shadow period, the underlying theme here is navigating through miscommunication. So it doesn't really seem to relate to the question. We do have the Magician, however, that will speak of the resourcefulness with the sun conjuncting the Mercury over the next 2 months and putting you in a position to quite literally create solutions. But I do feel over the next 2 months, this will be a major communication, I don't want to say issue, but challenge. We have someone who's communicating more emotionally and seductively, and someone who I think is being immature. So if you're dealing with it may kind of represent the vibe of the energy around you. I really want to kind of harp on the Five of Swords. You're going to be able to navigate through people purposely misunderstanding you relative to how smooth you are, seeing through these dynamics and not really letting that hold you back personally, but relaying through. But also, as far as the next 2 months, we do have the Magician. I'm also going to pull. So I really want you to take that first mission, because the end of September is going to be the eclipse, with the late August coming into September, coming into Libra season, opposite Saturn and Neptune. So let's pull. So that first message, I think, is a dynamic. But let's get a bonus card for the next 2 months ahead. For the next month, we do have Judgment, and then we also have the World. Oh my God, Amy, your wishes are coming true. This is ridiculous. So this is actually ridiculous. I'm not going to lie. So we have the Judgment and the World. This is awakening this sense of completion for you, which now, if you know this is aligned with the South Node in Virgo, I think it adds credence to this sense of miscommunication, because there will be distractions that try to distract you away from what it is you've already decided you brings you satisfaction. But there's major completion, major graduation that highlights your life's purpose and why you're meant to be here, which totally correlates post eclipse. And I think is very amazing. And look at what's under the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles of wealth. So yeah, I think that's very beautiful. I think that's very beautiful. I think that's very beautiful. All right. Jesse, thank you very much. Okay. The underlying theme we have for you is the Queen of Wands. Now, this represents success in business. Oh, curious about a new girl. Oh my God, dude, that is crazy. You literally asked as I pulled this new. I don't know if she's a fire sign, but regardless of a zodiac sign, she is very bold. She's explosive. I was also going to say that in a sense, this could be your attitude towards how you put yourself out there. All right. The Queen of Wands is a bad bitch. And the reason, and she knows she's a bad bitch. Okay. And I really do mean that in the terms like how it's used. So this could represent her as an underlying theme, inspiring you to move. And the main card we have here is the 4 of Cups. This is the Moon in Cancer. So perhaps you're contemplating your emotions. And I think what's interesting is this could be you thinking of her. This could be her psychically sending you this cup, especially when we take into account the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is an epiphany. It's a new idea. It's a new thought form that's going to really help you resolve what emotions you're sitting on. And we also have the 4 of Swords. So you will definitely be able to come at this with a very clear mind. But I think it's very auspicious that you asked about a new girl and you got the Queen of Wands. You will definitely be sleeping on your decision. Aquarius conjunct Uranus. Ooh, she's born after 98. Okay. The Aquarius conjunct Uranus, unless it's the moon. Well, Aquarius conjunct Uranus is all out of this world. They're far from normal. So I think you love that kind of thing. Just be very mindful. You know you are signing up for the full-on alien experience. And I mean, we're all aliens here, but that's really an alien. So I think this is cool. You're definitely going to have a clear idea of what to do next, and the ability to move forward rested upon it. Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. She can channel high frequency beings. So yeah, I think that's really what we get. Take your time to really sit and feel why it is you will really want to do things. And you know this as far as now. And North Node Aquarius, I think she is that Ace of Swords that will light up your destiny and put you in a position to take this leap. And let me give you a bonus card. We do have the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. So there's wealth, long-term wealth, passive income, and your desires are coming true. Make sure it aligns with what you truly want, because that's what you're going to get. All right. Now we have Young Flo with the super sticker. Thank you very much. Young Flo, we do have the Hierophant. Okay. And we have this with the Knight of Wands. So I see the Hierophant as the community that you're building around your streaming. Which is very beautiful with your position because you're very inspirational. And I think what's very interesting about that is maybe you're not entirely aware of the influence. Like, you have influence with what you're doing, but you don't necessarily have to be as versed or know as much as other people, because the passion you're bringing is more than enough. And it's its own thing entirely. So the Knight of Wands is encouraging you to travel short distance or long distance and spread this message, spread the gospel. You have the keys. It's time to really light other people's torches and inspire them just by performing, just by being you. People need to see you living your dream. This is going to be especially amazing if you have wanted the inspiration, and you're going to get that back. There's also meaningful work for you. I think someone's going to offer you something, seeing the work you're doing and the passion that's there. You could be this King of Wands, but it could be something you're attracting as well. You're definitely the King of Wands, but it could be something you're attracting as well. Now, let's get to the Cash App. I almost forgot. We do have some Cash App. So, Fatima, thank you very much for your patience. The underlying theme, damn, these cards just fell out. The underlying theme that we have for you is the Eight of Wands, the arrows of love. Things are going to move very quickly for you. Of course, this is Mercury in Sagittarius. So 0 to 100. Blockages are going to be released. And we do have the Emperor, all right? You're standing on business. And you're making sure it's clocking to anyone. I had to do it. You had to make sure it's clocking to anyone involved. And this standing on business puts you in a position to realistically maintain the authority of what you already have put together for yourself. All right. So you're very powerful. And we have this with the Knight of Wands. This card is coming up a lot. And we also have this with the Nine of Swords. So this is very interesting because I feel like the stability you're offering is enabling people to gravitate towards you. All right. The Nine of Swords is you helping people out of depression, helping people out of anxiety by having them moving. The Emperor is you providing purpose towards people who are down and out. It's you also overcoming the anxiety that you absorb in from other people. And we do have the Lovers and the Three of Wands. You're going to move forward with perhaps romantic potential, but also you're going to move forward in a way that you add more creativity to your long and short-term plans. I think what's really cool here, though, is the Empress. And we also have the Nine of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo. So there's more independent financial wealth you're coming into based on you standing your ground. You still have not given up. You're still very hard at work at what you're doing, especially with the Nine of Swords. There could be anxiety around others who are pressuring you to switch what you're doing or do it in a different way. And you maintaining that conviction is going to ensure more wealth for yourself. All right. So last but not least, we have Aisha Rose. All right. The Queen. What do we have for the Queen here? Bang! The Ten of Cups is the underlying theme. Emotional fulfillment, the gradual rising and climaxing of everything that has gotten you to this place is going to give you more to be grateful for. And this emotional fulfillment is here for you. A happily ever after like feeling, which compounded with the Six of Cups is your childlike dreams coming true. Okay, this is actually very amazing. And we have this with the Six of... Damn, why do we always get... You almost made me break character. Why do we always get amazing cards with you? This is ridiculous. With the Six of Wands, with the Six of Cups. Damn. So this is success. This is popularity. You have fans. We are seeing you. And oh my God. Oh my God. I was not expecting this. Oh my God, I'm a little jealous. This is amazing. Actually, I'm happy with you. This is actually amazing. So we see financial fulfillment and emotional fulfillment sparking immediately. And no one is giving this to you. This is everything you've cultivated with your relationships with other people. This is magnificent. Highlighting the Six of Wands is this popularity, is this confirmation, is this courage and leadership. Especially if you're working on any projects with people, there's massive wealth. You are very aware. You are making passive income, long-term wealth that you get to experience here with and in emotional fulfillment. I think this is the best reading we've had so far, and I'm not surprised as with you. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was very fun. We will resume Thursday with the pick a card reading. You won't have to deal with my accent. It will be the Peace Dealer, and we will close off Leo season's videos as a result. Okay. So, yeah, with that being said, you guys stay blessed as always. For those of you who had the resilience to take a seemingly not so serious performance serious and listen throughout this video, you have passed the special test that this performance, Leo is the performer. I basically did a performance for you. You've passed the test. You're able to see beyond masks and listen to the message for what it is, whether it's serious enough for you or not. If you're able to do that, you're going to love this full moon and beyond. You guys stay blessed as always. Peace.